This is a quick tutorial to get your app onto the Safe app. For those that are using a multisig, you can get yourself on the custom app, so then people can use your app, even though it hasn't been officially set on the Safe ecosystem, to allow people to use your app with the Safe on here. So we're going to cover that really quick with a very simple demo. I'm going to be using Rainbow Kit that has the WAGMI and Next.js already included. But this is the sample demo on here. So I want to get this working on the Safe app. So if we look at it right now with custom apps and I try to grab this local host, it won't work off the top. If I hit custom app, hit the Safe URL, app doesn't support Safe functionality. There's some things that we have to do to make that a reality. So what I'm going to do is kind of show you all this minimal changes here. It'll be on the README, but I want to have this companion on here. So the first thing we want to do on here is I'm using the WAGMI setup. So by default, it'll have the default config when you first install it. We can't use that. We want to add the safe adapter, which is built into the actual tool set itself. So we're going to use connectors for wallet. Everything else will almost be the same. We're going to bring in the wallets that we want to support. I'm just keeping the basic wallets like MetaMask, Rainbow Wallet, and then Wallet Connect, obviously, for that. And then we're going to have to bring in the create config and HTTP because we're doing everything manually. And for this one, I'm just bringing in Katana and just the testnet for Sepolia. So I've commented out the standard default system so you can see and compare. Basically, it sets up a very, very basic project with your networks, and then you're kind of ready to go. Here, we're going to set the chains individually, so it'll have its own little thing. So we're going to use Katana. And then, if we have the testnets enabled, we can have Sepolia. Here, we're going to have our wallet connectors. We're going to use that hook for connectors for wallets. And then we're going to bring in what we want for our recommended, which will be MetaMask, Rainbow, and Wallet Connect, obviously. And then for our Wallet Connect ID, you have your project ID, of course. Here's where it gets really important. We're going to set up the configuration with our create config. The safe should be first. So that way it goes, I'll have our chains that we've already set up here. And then we're going to have our connectors. And the first thing we want to do to make sure that it works in safe is see if it even works, like if it even connects on safe. So we're going to hit safe and we're going to have this allowed domain on here. And then if it's not, it's just going to follow up through the rest of the wallet connectors, right? So if they just go to a regular website with their wallet, no big deal. It's just our dapp is working. But if it is connected to a safe, then it wants to check that first on there. And that's pretty much the main deal behind that. And then regular transports, we're just, connecting HTTP for our Katana and our Sepolia IDs. The next important one here would be the app on here. So take this to the top. It's basically one function that we're going to have in the wrapper, which is called Safe Connector. Basically, we're going to be using the use connect on here, which is a pretty much default on this system. And we're just going to have this little thing where we have use connect, where we're going to have connect and connectors here. This is going to be one use effect on there that's going to check. For some reason in safe, it goes into dark mode. So if your site isn't in dark mode, I'm kind of just forcing this into light mode on here. So if your website has compatibility or not, you can skip this, but just wanted to show you that, if it does look weird, make sure to enable the mode that you have. And then right here, it's just going to check for the safe connector. All it's going to do on the use effects is just make sure, is there a safe connector on here with the keyword safe using the safe toolbox from the WAGMI client on here? If not, if it is, connect. If not, connect with connectors. And that's pretty much all that is to that on here. And then the final piece of that bread and butter is the public manifest.json. This is the information that it's going to read to get data on your actual application. So when you do import it or have it on here, this is going to have the detailed information on here. So one of the big things about this is that you have to do it through HTTPS. If you do it through HTTP, it will not allow it. So I went ahead and deployed this to like Next.js or Vercel on here, and I'm just using this Vercel app here. So it's, I just deployed it, very simple. So I'm going to grab that address and I'm going to go ahead and bring it into the safe right here. I'm going to go, like in our apps, we have nothing on the list. We just have Morpho here on Katana. But if I wanted to have my custom app and add that custom safe app, I'm going to add my app URL. And then you see it is going to have all the details. It has Katana safe app and then a little description, which we would have in our manifest. So let's go ahead and minimize that. And see, this is our description on here. So basically it's just reading off the manifest. And then once we okay it, it's going to let us know that, we're using this at our own risk. And then eventually we'll get it listed. And then it'll be here for us to use. And then when I connect to this and I open the safe app with inside, you'll see that my address is connected to that safe address. And then I can function as needed. So it's a pretty small lift to get this supported on here. And then obviously you have to get it listed with the Safe team to make sure everything looks good. But you can see under your custom app, you can do this right away. And pretty quick to get that going as long as you have the Safe tool. If you doesn't have a Safe tool with your wallet system, you might have to download the SDK, which basically has the tools for the connectors, and then make sure you have the manifest in the public folder. And that's all you need to get this up and running. So if you have any questions, reach out to me, but best of luck.